Hello YouTubers, Steve here with RV Site to Site. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got a problem, but I think I've got a fix for it. So stay tuned and let's see how we can take care of this. Alright, here's the problem. Almost all newer RVs come with this Lippert power stabilizer system, and it's going to set you back about $450 on Amazon for each unit. But the problem I hear a lot of complaints about is the fact that it provides almost no support or stabilization at all, and I've experienced that in my own RV. Now you can add this system to your $900 investment for two of the stabilizers, but it's going to set you back an extra $325. Alright, so what's the solution? And I'll tell you what the solution is. I've owned 8 RVs. 2 of them were equipped with hydraulic levelers, so they don't count. But all the other 6 had the crank down jacks, and so I ordered some, and let's take a look at those. So here they are, pretty heavy duty. These right here will lift up to 75 pounds or stabilize 75 pounds. They don't want you to lift with them. So there's 4 of these. Some hardware came with it, some instructions, a drive, also this handle right here, which I'm not going to take the time to use that thing when I have a drill like this right here that will run on fast speed, and I can simply insert this into the chuck here and run them up and down quickly. But here they are, 4 jacks, 7,500 pounds a piece. That's 30,000 pounds. Now, I don't think my RV weighs 30,000 pounds, but I do know that in the past I've had these type of jacks and I really like them. So we're going to try to install them and see if we can see a difference. Got an X-Acto knife, or a box knife. I'm going to show you how I'm going to use that in just a minute. I like to have this right here, which is a drill guide, and it has all different bit sizes. I've had this thing for years. Some metal, lasts a long time. Here's some of my drills. I would normally get this out of my bag that I keep in the camper, but I'm at home now and doing this project, so I thought I'd do this. So it says that I'm going to need a couple of bits here, an 1/8 inch bit. It says an 11/32 bit. So I'll use those 2 bits, and we'll just see if we can make this project work. Also have my some blocks here to raise the jack up a little bit, and I have my thing that helps me kneel down on my nasty looking kneeling pad, and I have my creeper here that I'm going to use to go under. I like to have my head elevated. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know what I'm talking about. So this right here, well, I'm a big guy, so I need a little assistance getting down, and if I can do this project, anybody can do it. Alright, so the instructions, these were kind of mangled up in the box. A dog didn't get a hold of them, but fortunately the part that tells what I want to do is right here. Step 5 for bolting insulation. Now they included several bolts like this right here, probably 4, 8, 16 maybe. So there'll be 4 bolts per each jack, and it says use a hammer and center punch to mark the placement of the center of each hole. Use an 1/8 inch bit to create pilot holes and an 11/32 inch bit to finish drilling the holes. And then you put the jack back and use a 9/16 inch socket and a ratchet and attach the scissor jacks to the frame using 4 self-tapping 3/8 inch by 1 inch screws, and use lithium grease to lubricate the scissor jack leveler screw. This step should be repeated yearly. So the reason I don't want to weld it, you can actually weld these things on, but that means I'd have to take off that whole underbelly, and I'm not going to do that. So I'll show you how I'm going to take care of this. All right, this is mid bedroom right here. So I'm going to come down, I'm going to install one about right in this part of the RV. And I'll probably install another one somewhere right behind the wheels because, well, I just feel like it'd be more stable if I put it there, and plus it'd be about mid living room and kitchen. Here we see a spot there, a screw here, so I know it's gonna be all right here. So I want to see if it's okay on the other side. I'm approximately 7 inches over to this screw right here from the sewer tube. So let's continue going over here and seeing what we've got on the other side. It would be equivalent to that. Now we've got a little problem here. All right, the reason we got a little problem is this right here. This is a gas connection. I may have to move this. I'll take these screws out and move this out just a little bit. Okay, so there's always things you don't expect. So I brought 3 different sizes of these just to make sure I had the right one. This one's too big. This one's too little. And this one is just right, just like a 3 bears. So that'll fit. That one's stripped. In fact, it's broke off. I see the top part of it sticking up there. Have to give it a little quick bump. So now I'll move this line over some, get it past the frame here. There we go. So I can put it over here. All right, so I'll slide this over to about where I want it. That's awful close there. I'll move it my way a bit. All right. So I pretty much decided it's got to go right here because of that bolt over there in the way, and I don't want to mess with that. That might drop the tank on me, and I don't want that. So what I'm going to have to do is make a bracket for this right here. Now this is the 1/8 inch drill bit that I'll be drilling through here, right here and here. So I'm only going to be able to use these 2. The rest of this is going to hang beyond. I wish this was wider, but it's not. Make sure there's nothing on the underside of this. I don't think there is. Here's another one. And what we'll do, we'll take this drill bit out. All right, this is 11/32. We'll try for hole number 1 here. So what I think I want to do is get one of those self-tapping screws and go ahead and see if I can't get that one in. let's give us another screw. And see if we can get that to go in. Alright, so we got that side. Now, let's see if we can do the other side. Now the only thing I have to worry about is this right here. And I'm trying to figure out what to do about that. Alright, what I'll probably do is mount a piece of aluminum that I can back these screws out, put it right here, and put a screw up through here and secure that. Alright, first of all, I want to make sure that I have no obstructions under this right here. I want to make sure there's no pipes or wires that I may drill into when I drill these holes right here. I'm not worried about this because I can see this, but I may have to move this back just a bit to get this to go in the right place, because this is about this wide right here. It's not very wide. I'm a little bit concerned about this because this is the, let's see, this is the bedroom and bathroom gray tank. And I don't think it doesn't have anything in it right now, but still, I don't know if this is what's all that is holding it up. So I'm gonna loosen this up and see what happens. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the jack and line it up to support that. Okay guys, I've got a smile on my face. I've got a black t-shirt on because my wife and my grandson said I need to perk it up a little bit. And so today I'm getting ready to finish up the jacks underneath the RV. And so we'll let you take some final looks of the process, and then we'll show how it works. Thanks. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut this out right here and around this, and make sure that I'll move the jack out of the way to make sure I don't hit anything there. as you do things, you live and learn. And that's why I'm doing these videos, because if you'll notice on this photo, this was the very first one that I did. And I cut this great big gaping hole here. And I learned the second time I cut a little smaller hole. But then when I got to the back, I decided to cut out only the section where the jack would touch the frame. And so that worked out really well. So because I had cut the hole so large on the first and the second jack, I decided that I probably ought to fill those voids with great stuff, which is really great stuff. It's expanding foam. When you spray it in there, the foam expands and seals. It is really, truly great stuff. Now, the great stuff is a little messy, but in this video here, you see where I added that bracket to mount the gas line, and that worked out really, really well. All right, let's take a look at the final thing. Here's jack number 1, and here's jack number 2, and jack number 3. All right, now I've got the jacks on, and let's run a few tests. All right, I'll be walking through the RV just like this on each of the 3 tests that I'll do. Here's the first one. And let's take a close look at what the water does. All right, now let's run down the stabilizers as far as they will go. So this is test number 2 with the stabilizers down, and we still see quite a bit of movement in the water, almost as much as before. All right, now I already have 3 down. I'm putting the 4th one down now, and let's see what the results will be from that. This is with the jacks down, installed and jacks down. On test number 3, I have the stabilizers down and the jacks down, and we see really very little movement in the water. There's some, but very little.
What did it look like before?
It really moved.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I hope it was helpful to you. If you would, please give it a thumbs up if it was helpful to you. And don't forget to subscribe by hitting that little icon right there. And also, if you want to check out a couple more of my videos, you can look right there and there. This one is about how to install a bidet in your RV. And this one right here is cooking with the Blackstone griddle. It's been a very popular video. But again, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video.